Uh-oh. What is going on, people? How we doing? I don't know where Wes is. He should be on camera any second now. Let's see. Welcome to the Crypto Remora. I am Sierra Crypto, and with me, as always, should be Wes, and he's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulty here. There we go. This is your first time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. We are the crypto channel that brings you DeFi updates on the market, TA, NFTs, gaming, any and everything crypto. And yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe he'll jump in when he gets there. But guys, we got a lot to talk about on tonight's show. The markets have been looking like absolute doo-doo.
Bro, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
So I think it's the way that we came in. So look over there to my right and highlight me and just make sure you have me highlighted.
To the right. Oh, okay. I see you on the right-hand side here. Maximize.
There we go.
Maximize.
Why are you what?
Maximize. But we need both of us.
Yeah.
There it is. Now, guys, this is not just a camera trick. Wes is short, but he's not that short. Get this man some phone books, please. Oh, shit. It's just a camera, ladies and gentlemen. Wes is not that short. It's your eyes playing tricks on you.
Yeah, 4'2" is not that short, guys. Come on.
Don't ever make me do the fucking intro again, please, for the love of God.
Wes, I don't know what just happened.
There's a reason Wes does the intro, you guys, and you just saw why. But yeah, Wes does it a lot smoother. But I just want to say welcome. Glad we have him here with us, and we do have a lot to talk about. So
yeah, we do, man. Yeah, we do. Today, did you see the DAS today? The crypto thingy majig thing. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're referring to.
Dude, you don't know? The crypto conference.
You said today. Crypto DA.
Okay.
Jack. Yes. No,
Jack
I didn't see anything.
Was in there, man. The scale founder. The Scale founder, he opened up for Donald Trump today, man. Yeah, it was like a really
wow.
Deal.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that is cool.
That is a true story.
Price action is boring as shit.
You're wondering. True story.
Price action is absolutely horrible, guys. I know it's 2.8, Bitcoin to 84. You know,
now I can't hear Siri.
Boring, man. Might have to open this, see if CoinGecko is sucking the life out of them.
The headphones came out. All right, sorry. We're gonna get it right today, dude. We're gonna get it right today eventually. But yeah, man. Yeah, he opened up. Anyway, I got a post, man. We'll look at it later. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So where were we at with our calls, by the way, on price action? Were we at a decent? Were we right around what we called, or?
Yeah. So as far as like market structure, yeah, we pretty much nailed it, man. Like we said, I think both of us agreed that we would come up to like 85, 86, and then we would be back down around 80,000 today. So we're a little off, man. And you know, like I've been saying, I do think that I think we've bottomed out. I think 78,000 was our bottom, with a high likeliness of, as of right now, like, guys, we can change our minds. Like, if something happens in the charts, minds get changed. And but I've been saying that I thought 78,000 was the bottom. And the hell are you doing, Sierra?
Opening the door. It's fucking hot in here.
He's sporting here.
But
so we thought we'd be back around 80,000 today. And I mean, we're headed in that direction, but there are some things on the charts, man, that are making me question the likeliness of going down to 80,000 again. But we'll look at that.
So on the flip side of that, I don't think I've changed my mind yet on the fact that
you are pretty solid on that.
I feel like it's going to be even shorter lived than what I was calling before, because I do agree with you, the fact that we are showing a lot of strength.
Not really, no, we're not really.
I mean, above 80 we are. I mean, strength is relative. I mean, above 80. We're showing a lot of strength above 80,000, but the market overall is not. Yeah, it's not showing that kind of strength. But what I'm saying is, whereas before I was 60-40 on the chance of going down to $77,000, I'm back at a solid 50-50. So I still think that, we're literally one bad day away from breaking below 80K. And that could be one shitty announcement. That could be one shitty day. That could be one thing Trump says wrong. One post by Elon that's not good, or one Michael Saylor tweet that says, "Hey guys, I'm buying more Bitcoin." For the love of God, if Saylor does that, all signs are a go. We will probably dip below 80K. But 50-50 right now. If you can change my mind on the charts, I'm open to it. I'm definitely open to it. I want to be changed, but as of right now, at the beginning of the show right now, 50-50. I still think the drop below 80K is very likely. It's very needed. And
you think it's needed?
I think it is.
See, I don't think it's needed. I think
it's needed.
But why? Like, you don't feel like we've been going sideways and down for way too fucking long?
Yes, but I feel like the sideways and down, we didn't get to the low enough level. Like, remember back in 2020 when we had them 30% corrections, right? The way it would happen was there was no bullshit over 3 weeks. It was like you got fucking wrecked. Like, we would slam down 30% and get this shit over with, and then we'd be fucking rolling, right? This little bullshit we've been doing,
sucks, dude. It feels like going through bear markets, like in a bull market, dude. Like,
just drop you, bitch. Let's go.
And then like, not only that, but when Bitcoin is just going sideways and down like that, like slowly, the altcoins just get brutalized, dude. Brutalized, dude. And that is why the altcoins are having trouble here. One, because Ethereum's not doing anything, right? I think we all agree on that ETH's got to lead the alts in a healthy altcoin, an actual altcoin run, right?
Yes.
ETH's got to lead that. I'm sorry. I don't care if you don't like ETH. If that's just the way it is, man. That's what it is. ETH's got to lead that pack, man, if it's going to be a healthy run. And ETH just hasn't done that yet, man. So we're still waiting on that. And then, again, man, Bitcoin just going down and sideways, dude. Ugh. Brutal, man. Brutal on the altcoins.
Yeah, all the and let alone the meme coins. I mean, if you're like me and you're in some freaking meme coin shit,
yeah,
you don't even want to open your shit. Like, you don't even want to refresh. Some action with Phantom. I did get my Phantom fixed. I had to call Wes because my Phantom wallet was locked up temporarily. I did make a post about it. I tagged Phantom. I did not get a response from Phantom, so I'm a little upset about that. So I will be talking about that. But other than the customer service side, a quick re-download of the wallet and a seed phrase input, and I was back in business.
I got to mute you for a second. Go ahead.
So that was that was okay. We got it back. We rescued it back. Not sure what happened there to Wes. We just lost him again. Guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. We're going to get it right. I promise you. 1 second. I'm going to try to open up some stuff. Maybe we can look at some prices
No,
here.
I'm Sierra, I had to jump on the phone real fast, dude. That's all.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought I lost you.
Liam was.
Okay, guys. While he's doing that, I'm going to see if I can share my screen. Let's take a look at some prices. Even though not a whole lot of shit going on, it's still something we need to look at and keep an eye on. So, well, that view is not bad. I don't hate that. That's kind of cool. So, total global market cap, you guys, still holding above 2.8, which is a good thing. I've talked about this level countless times on the channel. 2.8 is total global market cap is every dollar in the crypto space. If you're just new tuning in, it's just basically every dollar in the entire ecosystem of all of crypto, meaning Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, everything. And that level at $2.8 trillion has been holding up fairly well. This is a 3-month. Let me see here. Got to go to the 1 month. So you see, right? I think it's right here. Yeah, this is the level 2.8. So you can see we came down and bounced right there. Got a nice bounce. 2.8 came up. Had another drop down, and I said that we would probably bounce, and we did. So we had a nice healthy bounce. 2.8. Right now we're sitting at 2.947. But this pattern does concern me a little bit, guys. Let me show you. You got this kind of. I'm gonna back out a little. This pattern right here concerns me. The fact that we have this drop. Let me zoom in. So see if we can see it better. Okay. So whenever I see this, I call it the crooked Grinch foot. Wes, we saw this on Bitcoin the other day. It's kind of a drop leg, although this is longer sideways than it is of a fall down, which would just confirm what I was saying again about the level of downward that we would go, because you fell from 3 trillion down to 2.6. So you had $400 billion leave the space from March 5th to March 10th. That was 5 days. So since then, of course, we've got back above 2.8, and now we're sitting at 2.9. But this is what I was going to say. You know, when you have these big drops here, Bitcoin's price, I guarantee, did something very similar from March 5th to March 10th. And the level at which this number falls is usually, obviously, coordinated with the level at which Bitcoin falls. So why do I watch this chart? I watch it because I want to see where the money's going and how strong we are as an overall space versus Wall Street. The fact that we're above 2.8 is good. It's a good sign, but we're only $55 billion above it. We're just barely hanging on by a freaking thread at that level, okay? Which tells me, again, that a whale is significantly controlling price action right now again. And I still say that with Bitcoin with all my heart. I believe that there's a serious whale that has been playing games for you that is just not fucking around. I mean, he hasn't opened this trap door to where we fall yet. I still say the fall is coming. I still say the trap is coming, but I hope I'm wrong, guys. I hope I'm warning us of something that doesn't happen. I'm just be prepared and do not be surprised if we do drop down to fucking $70,000 quickly. 72,300. That's really the bottom. Is 70. There's 70,700. There is 70,000. Right at 70,000. So, you know, this is the real level because that's a whale, in my opinion. 72,700. So that's this little blip here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this shit. All right. So this little blip right here is what I'm calling the whale level. 76,600. 88,000 was way up here. But you can see the drop from 88. The next level of significance was 80,000, which is kind of where we were the other day. And then this level right below us, man, 76. It's not that far away. And you had a little bit of trading happen there. But this little plateau here from 76,000, I still can't shake the fact that, you know, if we go back up to 95 and get one more rejection, you know, we could have another cool off to this level. It's, you know, maybe we go down to 80. Maybe we don't see 76, but between $76,000 and $80,000 is still, in my opinion, needed. I think we need the shit. I'm not going to say we have to do it. I just, you know, this is bearish to me. You know, when you see this downward and then a bounce up and then we had a downfall, lower lows, and now we're having an uptrend, but it's, you know, it's after a downfall. It's after a downtrend. We're in a downtrend still. You know, we're hitting our head at this level. So I'm looking at the short term. When I say short term, we only have a week left of March. I think within the next week is the last chance. Within the next 2 weeks is the last chance, I think, for my thesis to play out and us to go that low. But as I said before, it's going to be so short-lived. It might just be one of these little V shapes. You know, you can see this V shape right here. Boom, that's a V-shaped recovery. And then there was another V-shaped recovery. That's all I'm talking about, guys. I'm not talking about we're going to go down to 70,000. We're going to fucking trade there for 6 months. And no, I never said that. I said we would be there a week tops, maybe 2 weeks at the most. But that was 3 weeks ago I made that call. Right now, I still say we go down there. I still think we might go down there, but maybe less than a week that we would stay. Maybe 2, 3, 4 days. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I have not flipped yet, but I want to see what Wes has to say and let Wes pull some charts up. And maybe he can change my mind, you guys. And let's see if he can flip Sierra bullish with maybe some good news. So right now, that's my take right now. But let's see what the MacGyver Crypto Wesley Snipes has for us. See if he can flip your boy back to the bullish side. Who knows?
I don't think, man, with what I have on the charts, I don't think that's going to happen. Because what I'm seeing is not great, dude. But look, again, I think here, let me just go ahead and jump into it, man, because I know we're kind of pressed for time tonight.
Quick show tonight, guys. We got stuff that is on the burner, but we do have exciting things coming down the pike. So
yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. Can you see this? Can you see my screen?
You can see that very well, sir. Awesome. I'm sorry, Mr. Dickey. Ipkiss, you're 7.5 minutes late now. That's the same as stealing.
Let me see get that movie. Shit off
liar.
Chart here. Yeah, dude. I love that
was
movie,
the mask. Man. I think that was the mask.
Yeah, I think that was the mask.
Ipkiss. Yeah. So you're 7.5 minutes late. That's the same as stealing.
The liar was the one, dude, used to quote it all the time at work, man. He'd be like, that's none of your damn business.
Yeah.
That's none of your damn business.
Shit, dude. I love that. Oh, thank you to stay out of my personal affairs.
Yeah, all right, guys.
That shit.
Let's focus on the critical levels here. I really don't have a lot because, again, technically we are in this downtrend and market structure just looks like complete ass. So what I really want to focus on is just from here, from when we hit that, $76,000, $77,000 level here, that wick, what's happened since then. And the only thing that's happened here is we're in this, ascending fucking
channel, upward channel maybe,
right? Yeah, ascending upward channel. We're putting in some decent market structure, but you can see, I had this line marked with red here, right? And we just lost this level again. So when we're in an uptrend, dude, and we're hitting this area as support, you can see this was critical resistance here on the daily. So this is the daily. These are our critical levels here. These are the levels that we want to. We just lost it again, and we just lost it. So that was my point here. Is as soon as you were talking and you were like, I'm gonna switch it over to Wes, and as soon as you said that, we lost the red. Like we lost that level just like that. So that's never good, man. When we're in an uptrend and we lose a critical level like that, that's never good. It's a trend continuation level, and it was a major level of resistance that we were hoping that would flip into support. But the good thing is that we are still in this channel here. So if anything, I'm expecting to kind of come back to the low of it, and which would be, we're pretty damn close to it now, 83, the lower 83s. So we could come back to that channel and just trade sideways up in it. One thing that I did notice, man, is that this area, I had this paused. I took this off the screen. I had it stretched over, and then I pulled it back because I'm like, it's not relevant at the time. But here we are again. It's coming back into the picture. So on the daily, we had this area that was resistance, right? And then we broke through it, and then it was support, and we're trucking along there, and hit it as resistance again here. And then yesterday we came up and we hit it as resistance as well when we opened up yesterday, which this is about to close here in a little bit. But either way, I mean, we still hit it and we fell back down. So right now, man, it is critical, one, to see us on the daily to get back above this and flip that into support, this level right here, 84.5-ish, right? Stay back above that. I think that as long as we stay in this channel, but I'm looking to break this level. If we want to see this continuation up, right? If we want to see this continuation up, we need to stay at the above the trend continuation level, which is 84.5, and break above this eventually, man. Because if we just go along this here and then we run out of room here, then we are going to drop back down, and then we'll go back to visit the 82 and then the 80, the 78, and we'll go back down to those lower levels. So that's something that I'm kind of watching. And also this zone here was acting as resistance. We've hit it a few times and it acted as resistance as well. So there's a lot of resistance points here. And then something else that I pointed out last week was, taking the Fibonacci extension. If you look at that, I mean, that's the 0.618. We got in between the 0.5 and the 0.618. And a lot of times that's where that pulls back to before we continue in our trend, right? And right now we're in a downtrend. So pulling back to the 0.618 to the 0.5, we need to get above those levels, man. There's a lot of confluence here when it comes to resistance, and that's just another one of them, dude. The 0.618, and we have those two levels of resistance. And if we don't get above this soon, man, we're going to continue down for sure. But yeah, that's it.
Sorry, man. I had the cat kept trying to walk in here.
No, you're good. There's just a lot of resistance here, man. And the fact that we are still in a downtrend until we take this level out, 90,000. This is a downtrend, right? And the next level that we're looking to break is that 78 and 90. Like, we need to get back above one of those. But on the shorter time frames, 84.5 is the one we need to hold. We need to get back above that and stay above 84.5, and then come back up here and break this level at 88.
And I agree. And that previous bullish pin bar on the bottom, you see that red candle bullish pin bar to the left? It's about 6 candles over to the left, way over to the left. Yeah, see that one? What level? What level is that at? That's pretty much at the same level as that resistance, right?
Yeah, that's 78.
The red line, 78.
Oh, you talking about up here at the body?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there too. So yeah, that's another level here that's a continuation level.
And we just now broke slightly below that.
So I'm glad you pointed that out, because in a downtrend, again, just like I was looking over here, right? We want to stay above this level in an uptrend. That was our resistance. We want to flip that into support. Same thing in this downtrend, dude. This was one of our supports that flipped into resistance here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good that we got above that, right? This green candle was really nice when we got back above it, but we've fallen back below it. So, yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, we need to eat that green candle to the right of that bullish pin bar candle. Like, we still haven't eaten that candle. Well, yeah, of course, that one. But I was talking about the tiny one for now. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah, we got to eat that candle first.
With a green candle?
Absolutely. We need to close
we ate it with this one.
We did, and then we came right back down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was good when we were up here about 4 hours ago. But the fact that we just fell right back through it is never good, man. But I mean, we still have 30 minutes before it closes. So we'll see, man.
Shout out. We got a pretty cool. Who is this? This is Incognito, the cover band. That's a pretty rocking name. Shout out to Incognito there. Shout
What's
out
up,
to
Incognito?
shout out to you guys. I don't
We
know
got
who
some
that
good
is.
viewers tonight, man. We got some decent viewers tonight, man. Thank you guys for being here with us, supporting us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anything you want to say about this on the daily? Again, this is the daily time frame. These are the critical levels that we want to focus on the most.
So can you zoom out just to see here?
Yeah.
All right there. No, I got nothing good to say. You know what his mama
No,
say?
there's
If you got nothing good
again,
to say, keep your mouth shut.
again.
I just see the I see the continuation of that first wave. Let's just call it a wave because you're into the Elliott waves. That first wave down, I would
Right.
literally say that I would measure that, extrapolate that bitch, and move
Yeah.
it
So
down just to
what
see where we
Sierra's
would
looking
go.
at is this entire move down. So
I don't
you're
think we're
so
going to go that low though, because that
look, you
takes you down to 66K. I don't think we're going there.
look, let me show you this, man, because this one gives you a clear vision of what Sierra's seeing. And I noticed this the other day. On the 3-day, this is what Sierra's seeing right here. Right? Down, down, down. And what he's saying is this move, or hell, you can even
It's
extend
tricky
this. It
because
depends on if you're looking at the wicks or the bodies. But I like to look at the bodies on the higher time frames. But like this, technically, when you have a move down like that and then a slightly up, that is bearish, man. And it's usually continuation to the downside, or if it was moving up, it would be continuation up. So Sierra seeing that this is, it's a downtrend, guys. We're looking for that reversal point. The reversal point, especially on the 3-day, is here. We need to get above these bodies, right? We need to close above that, and as you can see, we can't get above it. But we are in a good direction on a 3-day. It doesn't look terrible, but we're still in a downtrend.
Yeah, and you know what's tricky about this pattern? Why I can't put my hand on is because the market makers made this little weird thing and then a drop and then a weird hook. They're playing games so much that they're trying to hide the obvious pattern. The obvious pattern is this: straight down and then a small bounce up. And the straight down and then a small bounce up starts at the top right there, and then it would kind of go to that red candle, the second red candle from the very bottom. And what I was saying is, if you get rid of all the noise in the middle, like all that stupid movement in the middle, you're still just looking at a downtrend with the correction at the end of it. So that's where I keep seeing this the pattern that looks like it's going to play out to the downside, that looks like it wants to bring us below 80K. And again, $77,000 is not that far away, you guys. It's not even, it shouldn't even be that scary at this point. If Sierra's saying 77 or 70,000, who gives a shit? We're at 84. Like that's nothing, dude. That's $7,000 away. I know it sounds scary. It looks scary on paper, but the reality of it is, man, if you could trade, if I offered you a trade on the table and I said, listen to me, would you rather go sideways at 84K for fucking 3 months or 2 months? Or would you rather drop down to 77K, maybe hit 73K for 5 days or 4 days, and then we head back up towards 95 and 100,000? Would you rather take that one? Or would you rather bleed sideways for another 2, 3, 4 weeks? Because I know what I would take. I would take the drop down to 72K. I'd say, let's go. Let's get it over with. Let's reset the indicators, flush out the weak hands, get them out of here, bring in some new people that are serious about this asset, let the crybabies go home, and let's continue the freaking bull run. You know how good it would be for the indicators if we did that shit? It would flush everything. It would flush leverage out. It would be a very healthy retracement. So
Yeah.
And we're so close to it. I just feel at this point, if we don't get it, those are our options. I think if we don't go down to 77, then we're going to plug in for another 2 weeks at this level. And I don't want to do 2 weeks at this level. I'd rather do 5 days or 4 days at a lower level and then, start running back up rather than just go sideways. I hate sideways. It's so boring. It's so boring. You guys got to be bored with it too.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I'm kind of looking at this to just play out almost exactly like the one before us did. I don't know, man. I mean, like what would be the reason for it not to? I mean, everything looks exactly the same. Hold on. This is what we're looking at here. Jesus Christ. How come my shit doesn't update, dude, from my phone? Like, I don't like that. I clean all this stuff off, and then when I jump on my laptop, it doesn't update. Like, it's not the same thing. Like all these freaking lines and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, we talked about this entire move back here looking very similar to this as far as the MACD cross and the RSI and everything. And I mean, look, dude, the RSI stayed at that red line. That's that threshold that we're kind of watching, that we've bounced on it so many times. But just because we bounced on it here doesn't mean we didn't go a little bit lower back there and touch this wick, right? So what we're kind of looking at here is, yeah, we could bounce here, but what if we come back down? That'll have the RSI come back, rebounce on that threshold, and then we could touch this wick back there, which would be that 73, 74. And then we continue up. I think most people are kind of expecting that, dude. If anything, if we don't, if we don't reverse here, I think most people are looking for the retest of this high back here.
Oh, we got another band in the house. Let's see. Shout out to Area 51. Good to see you out there.
Funny, man.
Appreciate the love. How you doing? Welcome.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't have anything. I mean, all I can say is that we are still in a downtrend. We are making, higher lows and higher highs right now, but we're struggling, man. And we need to stay back above this little threshold point. If you were to switch it to the 4 hour and look at this move, shit, that's not what I wanted. Get off. Just from swing point to swing point, we're retesting that 0.618. And I mean, so far, man, on this new candle, on this new 4 hour candle, we're above the previous one. So, we'll see. I mean, I would just like to get above this red line here that was our resistance back there. So, I mean, it's, we are making higher highs and higher lows. Good thing. Bad thing, we can't get above this resistance that is pretty critical on the daily, right? It was back here. That's what I want to see. I want to see us get back above that as well. And then we'll start fighting this 90 to 92 area.
We got the chat very active today. We've got C-Re Entertainment says, what is good, home slice?
Funny.
I got jokes, man. You got to keep yourself busy and entertained in these times, guys. This is the perfect example in crypto when we tell you to get into liquidity pools, get into some NFTs, follow some gaming projects. Wes has got a gaming project that he's into. We've got Blowfin links down below for trading. If you want to trade these markets, it's a little bit dicey, but make sure you hit like and subscribe on the channel. It really helps us out, gets our content out there. Guys, keep things in perspective. Even though it seems like we've been going boring sideways forever and it feels like the markets are dead, keep in mind this is when the whales are in total control and the next moves generally are devastating. And when I say devastating, I'm not talking about to the downside. I mean, the devastation happens to the upside because the whales have been accumulating this whole time in small amounts. All it takes is one fat candle to the upside to crush all this boring shit that we've had. And I'm telling you, you don't want to be on the sideline watching all your buddies screaming about green candles. So please stay focused, stay locked in right now. If you're bored, do something else, get away from the charts. I get it, but don't start over trading your bags. I know in my first 2 years, that's what I would do. When markets did this shit, I would look at my portfolio and go, okay, well, this is up 2%. Let me sell this and buy this one that's down 0.5%. Just hold what you got, man. That's the best advice I can give you right now. Don't try to overtrade your bags right now. Don't get bored out because this is another tactic by the whales.
Yeah.
Dirt Donkey in the mother fucking house says, "Are you two collectors for NFTs?" Why, I thought you'd never ask, mister. As a matter of fact,
As a matter of fact, we are. Yes, we are.
Are you talking about NFTs that are worth something? Because if
Oh
that's the
yeah,
case,
no, yeah, no, no,
absolutely not.
yeah, absolutely not.
But no, we do have some cool NFTs. We are believers in NFTs still. I still am a sucker for NFTs, even though I say I'll
There's
never
something
get one
about them,
again.
dude. They're
They're just
feel
cool,
right.
man. They're just
Yeah.
cool as shit, dude. You can't, even though they're worthless. I won't sell my shit that's worthless in my Solana wallet. I had it 4 years. I won't even list them. I know nobody even wants to buy them, but I'm like, nah, I ain't selling that shit. I'm gonna hold it. It ain't worth nothing, but they mean something to me, man. They're like some of my comic books and shit. I'm not gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is some good NFTs actively that we hold as well. Prime Apes is probably the number one in my opinion. Wes,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh, for sure.
I think Prime Apes is the most valuable NFT I own, and not necessarily from just the dollar perspective wise, but for what you get from it and for it.
Yeah.
Pound for pound is probably the best.
Yeah. I have to agree with that for sure. I'd have to agree with that for sure. On the 4 hour, man, Lux Algo has targets to the upside. This has been confirmed by the trend catcher here. Looks like we're retesting the trend catcher. So, don't get your hopes up here. But the top one is 90K. I think we're going to have a little trouble at 90K. That's going to be that major swing point on the daily time frame. So 88 and 90K, man, I think is going to be the levels to beat.
Dude, that trend line you're drawing seems to be holding up. How long does that line go back? Is that what are we on? What time frame are we on?
Yeah, see what I did was, is I moved it from here.
It looks good.
A little bit right there.
Just make the bounce.
Convince myself that we are bouncing.
Bouncing, yeah.
Here.
I like that. That's called a dokioke for those of you watching.
Look, man. Hey,
the charts don't
just
work.
Move the line.
Just move them. It's fine.
Gotcha.
No, but all jokes aside, Wes, that little fake out to the downside did when it broke back up through it. The market makers will do shit like this. Like they'll see that line and then they'll break it on purpose.
And that's what makes it hard to trade.
Yeah. Because look at that. You did after you dip below it, the next candle perfectly bounced, and then the next candle bounced, and then the third candle kind of went up from there, and now you're getting a potential bounce.
We shall see. I got nothing, man. I'm not trading this right now, dude.
I don't blame you.
I'm not trading this right now. You might be able to grab something like on the 15-minute. You know what I mean? Like this looks like it's about to drop, right?
Yeah,
15 minutes.
It's like
the 15-minute. We got a sell signal. It is confirmed.
It's that Grinch foot. See the Grinch foot? See the long leg and then the Grinch foot? It looks like a foot with the Grinch little floppy thing. That is a classic downward movement, and then the correction slowly up. That is a beautiful downward movement, dude.
But do you know this pattern that we've talked about where it slumps over like this, and then it just boop, like it just comes out of nowhere, and it's probably not going to happen here, guys. Don't get your hopes up there, but it is possible. It is possible.
Do me a favor.
Double bottoms happen.
Do me a favor while you have that, because you have it on the perfect spot of what I was trying to look at, the Grinch foot. Can you measure the top of the knee down to the bottom of the heel?
Yeah.
And then extrapolate it just for me real quick. Boom. Now let's see where that bottom of that.
Oh, dude, you're going to like 60.
66.
No, that's 81.
81?
66. No, it's 81.
Well, no, I did measure one of them. I measured one of the legs, and it did bring you down to fucking like 66,000. I was like, oh shit, I better not measure that one again.
Yeah.
But
dude. Okay, so let's go with the lowest, man. Let's just go ahead and put it out on the table. What is the lowest that we go, Siri? The absolute lowest.
I mean, as of right now, I've raised it slightly from last week and the week before, but I can't shake that freaking 72 to 74 range as being my, that's my floor. The only thing I said 66 was because if we really went down to my 73, 74, I think so many heads would panic. That's why I said you would see maybe a wick to 66, because I think if you did drop to let's say you dropped to 75,000 tomorrow. Do you know how many people would run for the hills and scream and quit? People would be gone, dude. Like, people would dip. Like, people that were in crypto at
Most of them
90,000.
have.
Yeah, a lot of them at 90,000, they'd be like, fuck this, dude. 75, I'm out. That would be that, like, line in the sand. I'm quitting. I'll never do it again. I lost money. They'd tell all their friends, I lost money.
Tell
It's
your
a
friends
scam.
about me.
Crypto's a scam. You would see all that bullshit, right? And so I had a business meeting with somebody the other day, and they explained, told me a story that they gave monkeys at the zoo the choice. They went into the cage and they said to the monkeys, they said, do you want a bag of bananas or do you want $10,000? Okay. And the monkeys, of course, take the bananas. And then a similar story was, or a similar proposition was given to people. But instead of the bananas, they were offered a good high-paying salary. And then their choice was they get a good high-paying salary, or they got cash, between $10,000 and $20,000 cash right there and then on the spot. And most of the people likewise would take the comfortable salary. The motto of the story is about entrepreneurship. If you want to be an employee mindset versus an entrepreneur. I guess where I was going with this, I'm not sure where I was going with this. I had somewhere to tie it in. But I lost it. So that's gone. But I thought it was an interesting story nonetheless.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Got me kind of motivated to think, are you a monkey that wants a salary, or are you an independent business owner with dreams and visions? And I guess my point is, if you bought Bitcoin at 90,000 and then it falls down to 75,000 and you quit, you were never here to be an entrepreneur. You were here to be a monkey taking a salary, and you thought that was going to be the easy way out. If you stay from here to 75,000, if we go there, which there's no guarantee we even do, but if we do, and you still hold and you buy more, congratulations. You are a entrepreneur. Monkey. You have that spirit of entrepreneurship. You're not a salary slave. You are an entrepreneur. You are thinking ahead of the storm. You're not just thinking while you're in the storm. So I guess what I'm trying to say to make those two stories, don't take the bananas, you guys. Don't take the short-term bananas of, oh, well, it doesn't look good anymore because we're at 80,000 or 84. And, Sierra said we're going to 75. So, I mean, this sucks. Crypto's dead. I mean, I don't know. 100. If you were at $1.09 3 weeks ago in Microsoft stock, if your Amazon stock was $1.09 and it dropped down to 84 cents, you'd be pissed off. But would you say that Amazon's out of business or Amazon's dead? No, but they do it all the time with crypto because there's no face to the company. There's no name. So they just say crypto's dead. So I don't know. 84 to 77 is not that big a deal. 77 to 73 is not that big a deal. If you had 77 cents and then you had 72 cents, would you be like, damn it? No, who gives a shit? Because the difference is not that big on the grand scheme of things. Now, if I tell you your 77 cents is going to go up to $2.50 in the next year, that's a good little run. Just a good little run. I mean, it's not as good as altcoins, of course, but my point is the drops are not that bad. And I think that we get so stuck in the day-to-day grind that we always think that if we were to go down to 77, it's such this big deal, but it's so not. It's so close to where we are right now. I would like to see us do it. I would like to see us hit that 74,000 at least, reset the indicators. But I don't know if I'm going to get it. I don't know if it's going to work my way. We could just grind here again for the next week, Wes, and that would be very boring. But right now, as of right now, that looks like what we're going to do. It looks like we're going to just do a sideways painful grind for the next 7 days, dude. Like you're going to be wishing my drop happened. That's what I think is going to happen. I think you guys are going to be wishing we had that drop because it's going to be freaking boring. But that's a form of capitulation the whales use. They bore you out of the markets. It's another tactic. I mean, it really is. They do it.
Yeah. This is true.
Where's Lux Algo's second price take profit down there on the green on to the downside? Where's that second one at?
81.
How exciting to drop from
81.
84 to 81. What a boring.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Well,
it makes sense though. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. But I mean, there, different time frames are saying different things, man. And on the daily, man, we're in that downtrend, dude, and we need to get above. Shit, I don't even remember the levels now. On the daily, we need to at least come back and stay above this trend continuation level, and then bounce off of this area of support. And then remember, we had the freaking resistance that's downtrend. I mean, but to be out of this downtrend, technically, we need to get back above 90K and get above this swing point here to technically be out of this downtrend in reverse.
and we can't wake up GMB until we go to 105. GMB is
snoozing. Yeah, he's still asleep, dude. He's still asleep.
He's snoozing until 105. And I told him when he said that, I said, yeah, you know what? I think you're right. And it's going to be a long nap. Be a long winter's nap for a minute.
I mean, dude, that 87.5. Look, you remember last week we were talking, or on Monday we were talking, and remember that liquidation level for that whale on Hyperliquid was at what, 86 something? So I think that's what that 87 was them trying to liquidate this guy.
Can we pull up the
liquidation?
Let's pull up the Crypto Remora bull market thing to give us some positive news. Price 6. We're gonna have to do like Cryptos R Us. Okay, guys, this is why we're bullish here. Gotta cheer you gotta cheer everybody up and handhold. But
regurgitating the same old.
We give you the real deal over here, but at the same time, we do want to look at how much room. The good side is look at how much room we have to run, dude.
Yeah, it's all over.
Nikes.
It is all over, guys. No, we still have plenty of time. I mean, I have this set a month ahead than when I really think it's gonna be over with. But if you look, man, like, yeah, this is still a lot of time. So this mark right here was just kind of what aligned down on the indicators, and also the time frame in between, where we were at that time in the cycle, and then I just measured it over evenly to the tops here. So you can see that, like, we're still all the way back here on, as far as a 4-year cycle goes.
We got plenty of time to run in the 4-year cycle, guys. This is what we want to show you. This is the last 3 cycles. I'm sorry. This is the current cycle, the cycle before last, and the one before that, correct?
Yeah.
So we have three cycles, one of which we're on right now. That's playing out. And you can see where it says Restream logo up top. That's where we are right now. But on the bottom, what I want you to pay attention to, and this is a Crypto Remora chart. You won't find this chart anywhere else. The green mountaintops with the snow on them is when you want to sell.
He's talking about this right here, the RSI.
Talking about on the RSI, I call them the green mountaintops, and there's a little cap of snow where it gets white up top, okay? That is, if you would have sold at those moments on the previous cycles, you would have made the most money. So no matter what you held in your portfolio, for the most part. So the name of the game is, you ready? Sell the top. That's the name of the game. So if we want to sell the top on this cycle, what we need to pay attention to is this chart. We need to watch this chart like a freaking hawk, and we need to see when we start turning green. And you can see where Wes has the blue circle down at the bottom. We're actually breaking below the yellow RSI line, which only happened.
Remember what we said, guys.
Briefly.
Just move the line.
Just move the lines. It works. Briefly broke below that line before. Go back to cycle 2 in the middle, Wes. I want to show you something.
This one's all jacked up because of the COVID shit.
But look where we broke the yellow line. We did a V-shaped recovery onto the left side, the first one before the mountain, right there. Look at how quick that. You see that?
Oh yeah, right here.
That one, yes. Now look, we broke below it, came back above it, and then it was not long until we went up that freaking mountain. So what I'm saying is now go to where we are now. We just broke below the yellow line. Can you scoochy butt over? Scoochy. Yeah. Okay, so look where we're at now. It's kind of hard to see, but see how we broke below it now? We broke below the yellow line. So check this out. What if we are going to hang below that level a little bit, come back up before the start of this mountain, and we start going up? So maybe we stay below here a little bit, keep the indicators low, keep them reset, because look, if we got to climb a mountain, we need to take a breather first, right? You don't just fucking run up the mountain full steam like, oh, I ran a conquer. No, you need to sit down and drink some coffee and energy drink, stretch, then take a hike. If we want to climb this mountain coming up soon, this is good. We're taking a rest. We're getting some energy. We're getting some steam. We're chilling out. This mountaintop is still coming. It's came the last 3 times. Maybe it don't. I can't promise you, but I'm just saying on the past experiences, this mountaintop has always came after a cycle. It's always came. So that means that tells me it's coming. So when it's coming, our job is to make sure that before it gets to that very tip top of that peak, we unload our bags, and we unload as many bags as we can. That's the name of this game for this cycle. And that's the most important thing that you need to pay attention to. And Wes and I both have given ourselves time limits. Wes, I think you said November, December, no matter what, you're going to be exiting, right?
No. So September, I want to start exiting and then be fully out by October, November.
And I may have to talk you out of that if we're only halfway up that green mountain.
Nah, man.
All right, if we're on that first peak, if we're on that first peak of that mountain, you gonna let it all go?
Yeah, most of it.
You're not gonna wait for it to tell you?
Nope. Nope.
I am not. I'm not round tripping my shit.
Not doing it again, man.
I think I'm gonna
take my money and run, bro.
I think I'm going to unload on that very first plateau. If you go to that third cycle and look at that it's like a mini slanted plateau. And then we had the run. If we get to that mini slanted plateau on that third cycle, if we get up there, I'm going to probably exit majority of mine, but not all of it. I want to let some go at the top, because I feel like this chart will guide us.
Look, I'm going to slowly do it. This green isn't going to
look how much
one day. Like, it's not just going to be boom green and then we're like, all right, go time. It's going to slowly fade in. This is a monthly chart.
Yeah.
So it's going to slowly fade. We'll start seeing a little bit of green.
How scary is that going to be when we start seeing the green, though?
Like, you can see a little green here, right? There's little shades of green in there.
Oh, shit.
I'm not talking about that kind of green. I'm talking about like when it's green.
There, yeah.
When it's green. When I start seeing green and we're up there and prices, and price is good, I am going to start taking some profits, man.
So you guys make sure you follow this channel. If for nothing else, follow us for this freaking chart, because this chart is something we didn't have personally on our last cycle. And I'm so excited that Wes put this together, because it's what we've needed to visually look to see where we are. And there's other indicators we'll look at too, the MVRV and the pi cycle top.
Yeah,
we'll look at all that shit too as we get closer. But for right now, we still got some time to cook. We still got some time to let our stuff saute, man. We're not out of the kitchen yet, guys. It ain't break time yet. The shift ain't over. We got to cook a little bit more. That's all. Just hang in there. That's the best you can do. We got another week of this bullshit, in my opinion. I think April sentiment will turn around. I think once we get out of freaking March, the Ides of March need to be done with. Let's get through March. Let's start fresh again on April. But we got about a week and a half more bullshit, I think. And but I think some good news could come in April, man. I really do. I'm trying to be very positive for April. In a perfect world, I would like to see us do that drop down to 77 in March within the next week, get it over with, reset the indicators, and then go into April strong. That's what I want to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what I would like to see happen.
So I think that the biggest concern here is, because we're not only just seeing this in crypto, man, we're seeing it in the stocks too. Like, the S&P took a pretty hard hit the other day. And And I think that it has a lot to do with not regulation with crypto. All that stuff is moving forward. Like there's a lot of positive shit that's happening on the crypto front, right? But it's the economy shit, man. Like it's starting to affect us again. Inflation, and Jerome Powell, like he paused rate cuts on the 19th. I think, if I'm not mistaken, inflation rose a little bit more than what they were expected. It's still above the 2% where they want it. And it's still expensive to borrow money. I think rates are still like 4% plus, dude, right? To borrow money. And when it's that expensive to borrow money and they're pausing rates and liquidity's not flowing, dude, that is a bad thing, man. So it'll be interesting to see, man, because we have Trump and his administration that's in charge of all the fiscal policy, tax cuts, and that's usually what they do. And the monetary policy, the Fed, if they pause rate cuts and there's no money being printed, well, to keep the liquidity flowing, what do they have to do, man? They have to take it upon themselves to change the fiscal policy and try to make sure the liquidity keeps flowing, man, because if liquidity stops flowing, dude, it's not good for the economy and it's not good for anybody. There's not money to borrow, there's not money to lend, and it's not good, man. It's like blood in your body, dude. Like it's got to continue to flow to be healthy and strong. And I think that's something that a lot of people are concerned about. It's the uncertainty, dude. It's the uncertainty of the economy right now. I think that has a lot to do with it. Trump wants to cut, Powell doesn't, and they're trying to figure out what to do next. So, but I mean, in April, I think they cut in April, though. I do think they cut in April.
Holmes said SEC crypto task force meeting tomorrow at 1 p.m. I didn't know about that. Thank you, Holmes. Appreciate that.
Which is good. It's a positive thing for crypto. Like there's a lot of positive shit that's happening for crypto. But it's like, man, the economy, man, is just like people are just so uncertain about the economy. And it just seems like they can't get on the same page, man, of things.
I think it's a good thing personally. I think that Trump came in. He caught a lot of flack for freaking the last 8 years of his life. He's done nothing but deal with a bunch of bullshit. Whether you like him or hate him, it doesn't matter. He's dealt with a lot of bullshit, and he's coming in. He's trying to do some things positive for crypto. Whether you love him or hate him, the main line is I think that he's done such drastic changes to the country that it's kind of like, yeah, you're going to see some pain. Because he's done a lot of shit that's shaking things up. Whenever you try to change, if you go in the gym and try to work out and you change from being lazy and you go in the gym, it hurts. Your body's not used to the shit, right? You go on a diet, it sucks. Your body's not used to the shit. Us as a country, we've done the same BS for a very long time. We've had the same people running the country for a very, 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 very long time. And you have someone coming in that's doing different shit. Is it better, worse? I can't tell you. All I know it is different, though. It's different than what we've been doing. So when you do something different, there's going to cause pain. It's going to cause friction. I'm positive, and I remain positive, that although I don't agree with everything Trump says or does, I do think that what he is doing for the country ultimately is fairly good for the economy. I do think he's going to do very well for the economy. I just think that we're having short-term pain. We got to deal with the pain of change right now. Yeah. So I don't think it lasts forever, and I think it's a good thing. Let's get through it. Once we get through this stuff, man, the light could be shining at the end of the tunnel. Let's give him a shot, guys. If you hate Trump, give him a chance, man. Let's see what he can do. He might be able to turn this country around, dude. What do we got to lose? We're in bad shape right now. I mean, the whole world's in bad shape right now. So let's see what he can do. I'm with you, man. I mean, I'm with you, dude. There's a lot of changes coming. I mean, they abolished the Department of Education today. A lot of people are panicking and fear mongering, not to get too political, but like the programs that were put in place to help, different needs, kids with needs, like those programs are just going under different, into different, like the Treasury Department is going to be taking care of loans and grants and things like that instead of the Department of Education. Those things aren't getting, they're not done with. They're just being moved to a different department. And there's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of stuff, man, being said that
Yeah, it's you know, sometimes things got to get painful before they can get better. And I agree with Siri. I think that we're in the right direction here, even with the tariffs, man. Even though they hurt us for a little bit, like I think eventually we come out on top. And
look. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be straight up with you on the tariffs thing, real quick, and then we got to get off here because Wes got to go. I got to go. But here's the thing, straight up. I made a post on Facebook earlier tonight. I basically asked for the last 2 days. I said, hey guys, give me a follow on my new business page for the bands, you know, because ultimately I book bands and promote bands and help bands. And I've supported other bands and musicians for years. I'm talking 15 years. And I basically made a post. I said, thank you to everyone that liked my new business page. There were a lot of people that did. But for just as many people that did locally in Myrtle Beach, there was also a handful of people that I've supported their business and liked their page and shared their stuff, and they didn't reciprocate. So what I did was I said, okay, here's how we're going to do this now. Basically, I follow you. If you can support my page and follow mine, I won't unfollow you. But basically, if you're not following my new page, I'm going on Facebook this weekend and I am going to unfollow you and I'm going to unfriend you straight up. Because here's the deal. Here's the thing. And it's about the principle of, you know, Canada charging us, you know, 80% or 40%
careful now
on something, whatever.
Dirt donkeys in the
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Kidding. I'm just
Here's
kidding.
what it is. If you charge me 40% interest, why am I not going to charge you 40% interest? Do unto others as you want done unto you. Straight up. So with what Trump's doing with the tariff thing, bro, I hate to say it, bro, but these people have been charging us astronomical amounts of money for a long time. And it's a long time coming, dude. So, you know, what's fair is fair. If it's good for you, you know, Trump's basically saying if you lift the tariffs off of our country, we'll lift them off yours. He's just giving them what they're giving us. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as fair. It's fair. You have to treat people with respect. And that comes for the U.S. too. You got to treat us good too. I mean, we help a lot of countries and stuff. We're in debt, but we have helped a lot of countries. And I think the other countries, it's time for them to pay it back. You know, and if they don't, why are we going to give them piles of money? It just doesn't make sense. You know, and likewise, I'm not going to continue to follow and support people that can't even take 5 seconds out and hit a thumbs up on a page. So I personally am doing that in my own business world too. So yeah, I'm not doing that on crypto Twitter. I love all my people on there. This is just strictly in the music business on Facebook. So yeah, but I got some good things brewing on that. Wes has got a gaming platform that he's working for. Wes is officially in Web3. Doing the damn thing. Congratulations on his role
for someone
over
else
there.
Yeah.
Still, you're in Web3.
No. I'm saying we've always been in Web3, but for actually
an actual
else,
job
man,
though. Getting a job title in Web3 is freaking cool. So we're proud of him on that.
The game looks dope, dude. The game is so sick, man. It's coming out. Yeah, make sure you're following at Soakin404, man. The game looks so freaking sick, dude. It looks so freaking dope. I can't wait for you guys to see it, man, and play it.
And GMB, make sure you follow him on his Substack. He will put the links down there. Not a lot of excitement, guys. We apologize. I know it's not jam-packed with TA tonight because there's just, to be honest with you, there's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
But we're still doing our shows, man. Crypto Zombie, he goes off the chart. He won't even do a video. When he gets bored, he'll be like, sorry, guys, I ain't made a video in 3 weeks. But, you know, be honest, charts ain't doing shit. But he's at that level of the game. God bless him where he can do that. The Crypto Remora, even though the charts ain't doing nothing, even though it's boring, we are still here for you guys twice a week, and we will continue to do so.
Oh, look, we're bouncing on his level, dude. Bouncing on the level, bro. 84.4. Let's see, man. I think that this is what I'm watching the most right now. Right? Is if we can continue and use this as support and stay above this and continue making higher highs and higher lows, I think we're looking good, man. But ultimately, dude, this is the point we need to get up. This blue area, we need to get above that.
Follow GMB's Substack, you guys, right there. He's a part of the Crypto Remora team. He's an integral part. He's doing some awesome things for the community, teaching them how to use Web3, basic technological skills, phones, computer skills, typing skills, basic internet connectivity for people that need the help. That's what he's doing. Freaking awesome. He's on the Space Coast down there in Titusville, Florida. Please give him a follow on his Substack and support his channel. He's also going to be putting out his own content, I think, very soon, but hopefully he's going to continue to work with us as well. That's what we hope for. But yeah, make sure you follow him on Twitter and follow his Substack.
Well, I have all of these notes too. He had notes for us for the show tonight, and yeah, we need to.
We kind of went off cuff, didn't we?
We did, yeah, we did. There was a lot of good ones too, man. But one of it was talking about the economy and the Fed rates and all that stuff. So I'm glad I got to put that out there, man. A lot of good information there. So
all right, so let's make some calls, man. Let's make some calls for Monday.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do me a favor and just tell me what level that bullish pin bar green candle is at. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over from the left. That one. Yep. What level is the top of that body?
The body is sitting at 80. So it's 82.8. So 83,000.
The top is at 83 or the bottom?
The top is at 83, and then the wick is at 84. We're at the wick right now.
83. All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. You ready? My call is
why that one though? Why that one?
Because it's just I see the divot. I see the divot, okay. Like where we went sideways here. There's a little indent. It looks like a whale blip to me. But this is what I think. I think we retest your red candle at the top, like we just came down. I think tomorrow we retest on the way up. I think we get a pump tomorrow. We go back up to the top of that red candle, and then by Monday, we're back down at that fucking green candle body at 84. That's what I think. I know it's a boring call. I think it's exciting for tomorrow. I think we could get a pump tomorrow. But if we don't, nothing burger. Either way, my call is still at 83,500, 84,000. Nothing exciting by Monday. In other words, at that point, though, I will revamp and say again, I'm still 50-50 on 77K. Even if we pump tomorrow, that's not going to get me away from us dropping below 80. But what do you say? What say ye?
GMB, I love you, man. He's like, you guys got a ton of messages on the Crypto Remora one, and he's like, well, 4.
Oh shit.
Hey, respond to him, GMB, man. Respond to him. Okay, so what I say, see how it doesn't update, man? Like I changed all of this. I pulled this all the way over. But I mean, it's the white line, man, is what we can't get above. So, and then we're in this, never mind 2. You're funny, man.
You got me checking the chat now. Are you saying that's in our Crypto Remora chat, the VIP chat?
No. Direct messages, DMs.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Look,
that's out of my jurisdiction.
I'll say this, man. I think that this is the daily, so I think that I mean we're doing decent market structure, man. We're coming up and we're hitting the 0.6, and then we're coming up and like we finally made a new high, and it looks like we're bouncing off of that as support. I think that I could be wrong, man. I don't know, dude, but I think that we're done. Hopefully, we can have 84 continue holding up as support. That would be nice. I mean, that's just kind of what's happening now. And as I speak, the price is coming down. But as of right now, that seems to be what's happening. We're flipping this back into support, which is also this level here, which is good, right? But I think that we trade in between this.
What's the top of that red candle at? I'm sorry. I know you're doing your call right now, but what is the top of that red candle? Just curious.
I think that we trade in this right here. I think that we're just bouncing in here. And I think we'll be somewhere within.
Candle is what? How high is that? That's not that high, right? It's like 86.
What, this?
Yeah, where's that?
It's 87. Wicks 87? To 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. No, 86. Wicks to 87.5.
So 86. So that's very similar to my call. I just said that we go up to 86. We hit the top of that red candle, and then I think we sizzle back down over the weekend. Low volume over the weekend, and we rest right back again where the fuck we are. 84.
Yeah,
That's my call. Boring, snoring calls. I know, guys. We will have some action soon. It's just right now. This is just what it is.
yeah.
Got to be
Yep.
boring as shit to trade right now.
Dude, I'm sitting on my hands,
It's gotta be
bro.
boring, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands, dude. I am. But this was a good candle, man. I just think it had something to do with the crypto thing today, conference thing today. Yeah, that's all I got, dude.
And then CT Crypto Twitter wanted us to do something, right? They wanted us to have a question.
Yeah, we'll put a question together for sure. Yeah, that is cool, man. They're doing their
I
trivia.
do like that.
Yeah, they're doing their trivia on Monday. I think he said Monday they're doing their trivia. So the projects that are involved, they're going to be doing like trivia questions about them, which is cool, man, because we can put something informative about our channel out there.
Let me ask you this. If you're able to, you should come by tomorrow. We're doing burgers, fresh burgers, crinkle cut fries. Bring Liam. 6:30, 7 o'clock, man. Just come over, get a burger, come get some food, man. Let's cook for you, and then you can roll out if you got to go.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a bunch of people over. We're gonna have the guitars out. It's good cookout, good homeschooling cookout. We had a little emergency over at the house the other day. One of our friends had to go in the ambulance.
Really?
Had a diabetes thing go on, so that was a little scary.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
right?
That was not fun, but he's okay now. He's all right now. But we're kind of having a celebratory party tomorrow for that. We're glad he's still with us. A little scary, but yeah. But yeah, you guys, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, please. We appreciate you guys tuning in and viewing. We do have to cut it a little short tonight, unfortunately, but we'll be back Monday, and we'll update you if anything changes too over the weekend.
Yeah, Monday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square. Do people still say that? Be square? I don't know. Whatever. I just did. But yeah, guys, make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Sierra at Sierra Crypto. Go check out GMB's lostinspacecoast.substack.com. Right there. Boom. lostinspacecoast.substack.com. Go check out Blowfin. Go check out the CryptoRemora.com. There's some bonus money in there for signing up for Blowfin. No KYC, really dope. Works in the US, so go check that out. And did I say go follow me? Go follow me at the Crypto MacGyver, and go follow Soakin, man. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Much love, and until next time, peace out. Did you get it? Did you do it?